are going to be kicking this off very soon. We've warmed up. We're ready. We're bringing the game. So I have actually known Jamie since, and we didn't go to school together, Jamie, as you keep telling people.
Just out of school. I think say 18.
Yeah. No, 18, yeah. I think that would be it. So I met Jamie. Hey, Nino. I met Jamie and his beautiful wife. God, that's like 12 years ago.
Yeah. We've been together for over 14 years.
We're old, clearly. Hey, Marilyn! So we thought, we've gone through different stages of our lives. We've both kind of witnessed each other going through the early 20s, the party stage. You got married. You kind of matured a lot quicker than me. Got married, had a kid. And then dived into the personal training and fitness industry, which was a big shift for you because you weren't always the healthiest person, were you?
No. So, hey guys, Danny Kruger's jumped on. He just took the little one out, obviously, to grab a coffee, and John.
Yeah.
I guess, so I'm Jamie Wilson, obviously, guys.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even introduce you. Owner of Boss Strong Fitness, cleanse coach, amazing father, incredible husband, and entrepreneur. Sorry, I needed to say that because a lot of people don't know that about you. So
I guess what you're going on about then. So I guess, we've known each other for a long time. And definitely in my early years, I was conscious about health. I was conscious about sport, playing basketball when I was younger. But definitely, when you're younger, you just want to have fun. You just want to eat what you want to eat. You want to party up with your friends. And I definitely held a lot of my body weight in my lower region compared to my upper region like I do now. So things have changed a lot. It's good. I'm in a good place, which and helping others do that as well through fitness and health is what I'm all about.
Yeah, but what was it like before you kind of, because your wife has always been such a healthy, fit woman, but you you guys, everyone kind of looks at you guys as the pinnacle of the fit, healthy couple, from an outsider's point of view. But was it always the case for you?
No.
So what was your life before?
Well, coming from a Filipino Kiwi background, I guess you can say my mum just cooked a lot of food.
I've been to one of those feasts.
So when Filipinos love cooking, a lot of noodle dishes, rice dishes, deep fried spring rolls, all that sort of good stuff. And I overate quite a bit. I definitely ate fast food quite a bit. So I guess a lot of my family's beliefs, habits, all that sort of stuff was definitely not where I wanted it to be.
So it was like your blueprint.
It was my blueprint when I was growing up. Yeah. Just to eat 3 to 4 dishes on the table, not just what was on your plate. Eat more. Are you full? No, eat more. Okay, you're full.
Yeah, then eat more.
And then eat more.
So how did you, because I remember, I take the piss out of you all the time for this, because if anyone's known Jamie for a while, back in the day, he used to check into Hungry Jack's quite a lot. So obviously, how did you redefine all that? How did you transition and get reprogram those natural habits that were to just eat whatever you wanted, eat whatever you saw?
Yeah, well, I guess, and I share this a lot with my personal training clients. I think I got to a stage where I just had to make a choice. Okay, so I just made a choice, I guess, for myself, but also because I knew that me and Jaslyn wanted to have a future together. Wanted to have Mayanna, who most of you guys know. So she's 5 years old now, but I got to a stage where I knew that if I didn't change my blueprint, my family habits, my choices that I was making for myself, then I wouldn't where I want to be when I'm older. Yeah. And I know sometimes people get to that stage earlier on in life, like I guess I did, or some people get to that stage later in life. But the sooner that you make that choice and decision, things so much changes. Yeah. But also educating yourself, because a lot of us listen to our family, a lot of us listen to our best friends without actually our environment, which I did a post on Instagram about. So go out there, change your ecosystem, change your environment. Read friggin' books, educate yourself, and look outside your normal. Yeah. So that's, I guess I did that, especially when I just got out of the Navy and got into CrossFit coaching, personal training. I went in a totally different space than I've ever been in before, which was very uncomfortable, but I knew that I wanted to go there.
So what made you go into that?
I don't know. I think everyone's got something inside themselves that makes them want to be a better person, to inspire others, to motivate others, to be that person. Like I used to look at other people and be like, okay, they're awesome, they're inspiring, they're a superstar, and I can never be like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I can never be like that. Who am I to be a superstar? Who am I to inspire others? Who am I to be a
And
personal
people think
trainer?
that not only with like, you know, stars and social media stars or celebrities, but just with everyday healthy people. Like if people aren't in a great healthy space, then they can look at healthy people and be like, oh, but that's them. They can achieve that. Sorry, hang on a sec. I'm going to go let my dog in, but can you elaborate on that?
And I was actually sharing this yesterday with one of my personal training clients. I'm currently 88 kilos, right? And I'm about 5'10", and I used to be this exact same weight, 88 kilos, 86 kilos when I was 19, 20, 21, but my body fat was through the roof. So it was just totally different body composition. So I've been fat before, I've been chubby before, I've been skinny fat before. So don't think that when people see personal trainers and healthy people, they think that's just how they are.
They were born like that.
They were born like that. They didn't have to work for that, where I've had to work hard over the last 10 years really to change my mindset first.
Yeah.
And then changed my body. And also educating myself about food and nutrition, and just realizing that my emotional state is really king of everything when I move forward.
Yeah. And before you touched on something which is so important, and we all get to that fork in the road, and I think this is such a key point if you're trying to get healthy, is like you're motivated by two ways, either by moving away from something or moving towards something. So for you, it was moving towards being there for your family, being healthy for your wife, being healthy for your daughter, and your longevity of life. Whereas some people like myself, my health journey actually kicked off because one, I got fat and I didn't like it. I didn't like how I was looking in photos, but two, I had a lot of health issues and ended up having kidney infections, my gallbladder removed, and I still remember the pinnacle moment of being in the fetal position crying, and I was just like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And sometimes some of you have to get to that point, a pain point where shit is not going well, to actually transition and start prioritizing your health. So this kind of goes into the next thing. Let's talk about priorities, because health isn't just about the choices we make. It's a lot of what we value and prioritize. So have you got anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, well, definitely. So, same again, whether it's my, my health crew that I work with, which are sort of all over the world, or more my fitness crew that I work with, which both obviously do pair up. That's always the biggest thing that comes up when people first catch up with myself, or or we have a chat. Like, why are you here? Like, what do you do with your time? Like everyone, or most people know, out of 24 hours in the day, 1 hour of fitness is 4%.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's not much, is it?
Yeah.
It's so minuscule.
1 hour of fitness is 4% of your day. So I always ask, okay, so why do you want this? What are your priorities? Okay, yeah, my priorities are this. I got to do this with kids. I got to do this for work. All right, sweet as. Well, where do you where do you want to be? And you've got to change your priorities around and your values. So a lot of people, their values, and at the same time, I know a lot of us are with partners. Your partner's values might be like work, family,
working on the car,
travel, making money, fitness and health. And then your wife or your husband, or, vice versa, could be the opposite. They want to get healthy. They want more love in their life. Then they care about business and money and travel.
Yeah.
So you got to get your values right for where you want to go. So a lot of people's values are the wrong way around. They've got work, money, their car, playing games online, then fitness and health. So
that used to be one of yours.
Yeah,
playing
and that
games
is me.
online.
And I do play games, right? And I'm going to start.
But they used to be a bigger priority.
Yeah, I used to play games like 6 hours a day and didn't go to the gym. So I've been there as well. So priorities.
Watching
are
movies.
Friggin' key, man.
Yeah.
Watching Netflix for 3-4 hours at night time, or going to the gym and then watching Netflix for an hour.
Yeah, it's a perspective shift, isn't it? It's just literally looking at things from a different lens, and a lens that empowers you, because just highlighting that 4% thing That's so freaking powerful, because so many people go, I don't have time.
Yeah.
But then if you don't have time for 4% out of 4% of your day to not, like, move your body or do something that's going to see you like live a long, healthy life, then yeah, that's you know, a bit of a shock in the face, because you can't have an excuse when your health is on the line.
2% of your day, 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
You know, a 30-minute walk with some push-ups and tricep dips every time you see a bench or a seat when you're going for a walk.
Yeah,
you know
little
what I mean?
things.
Something simple like that.
Yeah.
How
can, obviously you work with a lot of people like myself, but you work with people not just on the nutrition side, but also the physical side. How do you, or what tips have you got for people who are at the start of their health journey who want to bring their priorities up?
Like, when it comes to the physical side?
Well, just health.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, have you got any tips around
so
how you can prioritize it?
Like, priority, obviously, first is just making a choice, right? You've got to be 100% determined and consistent with the choices that you make each day and what you want. So, and then the second thing is definitely starting with your cupboard, which every single person says, right? Every single health coach.
You've got to clean it out.
You've got to get into the cupboard, and you need to just prioritize what you want to first see when you open the cupboard to the things that you want to last see in the cupboard, right? Which is sort of pushed to the back or put into the friggin' bin.
So instead of putting your fruit and veg at the bottom, put it on the top shelf.
Yeah, stack up your food, have your veggies in front of you, have the lean meats in front of you, have the things that you know you need to have, your eggs, all that sort of stuff.
See, I did that in my pantry, but you've just reminded me to do it for my fridge.
Yeah.
I'm learning things too.
So that's a big thing. And then and then just obviously finding a coach. Not saying that you got to have a personal trainer like me working with you, but like, if you don't know what you're doing, that's absolutely fine, because I've been there before where I had no idea what I was doing in the gym, no idea what I was doing with fitness. So reach out, even buy one of those, you know, $49 programs on the internet that, you know, is probably just a cookie cutter program put together by someone for thousands of people, but even just start somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And then progress if you need to a personal trainer, a health coach, whatever
accountability buddy. Like, doing this with friends, I think is such a key, because like you said at the start, your environment is so powerful. It can take you down the wrong path, or it can take you down a really empowered path. And it doesn't mean replacing your friends though. Have you, like, because obviously you've transitioned from being like not very health motivated to someone who is now known and renowned for health and fitness. Have you said goodbye to all your friends that didn't align with that?
No. Well, some of them.
I'm glad you said no as well.
Well, no, mostly no. Like, a lot of the people that are still in my life growing up and I was best friends with, I still see all the time. Yeah. So just
it's not about replacing your friends and like cutting them out of your life. It's actually just about like linking arms with like-minded people who are going to raise that bar for you and support you on that journey.
And at the same time, a lot of people, right? So this is how I used to think. I used to think, okay, if I'm not doing what my friends are doing, then they're not going to be happy with me. I'm worried about whether they still want to be my friend. When really, say that a lot of your friends aren't into health and fitness, and then you want to get into health and fitness. And
it can be your family too.
And it can be your family. And you get right into it, and you think, like, I used to think, oh, okay, so they don't want to do that. Okay, so I don't want to do that. But actually, when you empower yourself and you go forward and you start your health and fitness journey, a lot of those people that are sitting on the sides will actually not see it in a negative way. They might say some shit, but they actually really want to join you. So you are empowering them to actually start their journey as well. So you got to look at the positive side.
I want to add something to that if my cousin and my girlfriend are watching this, because, you know, when you start anything new that challenges your current identity, people are going to push back or find it, you know, uncomfortable. They don't want you to fail. They're just, you know, it's a little bit uncomfortable for them. So, you know, you might get teased. You might become like the butt of a few jokes. But like I experienced that with becoming a vegetarian. And now the my two closest girlfriends who gave me so much crap for being veggie are now a pescatarian and considering going full-time vegetarian.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing is that you've got to keep your blinders on and you've got to remember why you're doing what you're doing, because, you know, you might cop a bit of flack along the way, but it's so minute when you're looking at the bigger picture. And then one day, years down the track, you might have been the cause or the trigger for those people that teased you to actually take really positive action
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people see.
It's getting warm in here.
Yeah,
Let me take my
a lot
jumper
of
off
people
too.
see health and fitness as it's a chore. It's something that they need to do. It's something that they have to do. Their doctor says they got to lose weight.
Yeah, this is the next question,
Yeah.
because let's dive into mindset, because
Right.
healthy mindset is so freaking important, and I want you to touch on, continue.
Yeah, so
I just interrupted.
So a lot of people see health and fitness as like, it's in their mindset. It is something of pain. It is something that they have to do to be a better person. It is something that they sort of sit on the couch and go, oh, I got to go to the gym now. I don't really want to go. So you see, so there's
like punishment.
Yeah, it's a punishment. There's pain there. When you got to take that out of the picture and really think of, okay, what am I going to get? If I go to the gym, how much better am I going to feel? How good is it for my brain? How good am I going to feel next week working towards your goals? So you've got to set those goals, but also have the vision of pleasure. So when I say the vision of pleasure, I say, so for me, right, and some of you gangsters know this, is that my vision of pleasure is walking my daughter down the aisle when she gets married.
Oh.
So that's my vision, right? For why I like being fit and healthy.
And you got to elaborate. It's not just walking down the aisle.
So it's walking my daughter down the aisle with that guy, who better be a freaking good guy, or else I'll be very angry. But it's also, say, that stage before she gets married, when she brings that dude over. How do I want that dude to see me? How do I want my daughter to see me?
Basically, he wants to intimidate.
No, not intimidation, but more respect. But not respect in the way that, like, oh, he's got muscle, he's freaking gangster, that sort of stuff. But more, okay, this guy looks after himself. This guy respects himself. This guy's healthy. I can actually look up to this guy. This guy's going to be my future father-in-law. All that sort of stuff means a lot to me in the way that, and then if you respect yourself, you know that others around you, especially those sort of people, will respect you when you're older.
That is freaking magic. We could mic drop just on that point alone. If you don't respect yourself and your body, how can you expect anybody else to? Like, nobody's going to take the reins and take control of your health. But I love that you've gotten you've pulled the layers back on what motivated you, and what does motivate you, because everyone's going to have something different. And I can feel the energy, like you get right in that moment of when you meet your future son-in-law and how you want it to transpire. And, you need to get deep into what is going to drive you and, peel back those emotional layers and really feel it, because that's what's going to keep you on track. So have you got any other tips about mindset? Because we know health and fitness is not just about putting great nutrition in and moving your body. It's also the thoughts.
So well, I guess some people you got to look into it. You got to look into your subconscious, all right? So a lot of things lays within our subconscious. Like when you first wake up, right? Everyone's got habits, and I
bet you a lot of people's habits.
Yeah, right. So there's a lot of subconscious beliefs about ourselves, but subconscious actions that we do each day that we don't even know that we're doing. Right. So the way you think about yourself, the way that you go to the toilet when you first wake up, the first thing you put in your mouth when you wake up, whether it's food, coffee, or a glass of water, or apple cider vinegar in a glass of water, and whatever, ionics, whatever it is for you. So or an e-shot. So your subconscious mind is super, super, super important, because whatever your subconscious mind is doing, your hormones within your body and your gut reacts all aligned. Yeah. So, and this is
trigger effect, this roll on.
It's crazy, right? And a lot of people, I guess, as we go on our day-to-day journeys and actions, we don't think as our body as a complete system working as one, right? So we've got to think of a machine like an engine. If there's no oil in it, it ain't going to work. It's going to blow up straight away because there's no lubrication, all that sort of stuff. And then we've got to think, okay, if there's no water in there's going to be issues as well. If the hydraulic system isn't strong and the pistons aren't built strong, then the whole car is just not going to drive the way you want it to. And our bodies are exactly the same thing. Yeah. So if we've got to get everything working aligned, and the most important places to start are our two brains, which is our brain up in our head, but our gut, which is the second brain of our body. So we just got to get all that stuff aligned. Yeah. And
health isn't just one dimensional. It's so it's an intricate thing. It is about what you think. It's about what you eat, which triggers also what you think and feel. And it's like this beautiful map. It's the most amazing machine that you could ever, the humankind could not create the human body.
Yeah.
Like we've created some freaking amazing things, but you could
stress,
not create.
Right? And like 70, I think it's 73 or 75% of all people now that go to their GP is related to stress. Stress, anxiety, depression, all those kind of things, right? And our body holds onto fat, holds onto water when we're stressed. And that's just not physical. That's not just stress from, say, emotional stress from a breakup. That's from financial stress. That's from work stress. That's
stimulant
from
stress.
Stimulant stress from working out.
Yeah.
From
doing the right thing.
From sex. From there's stress and there's a lot of stress on the body, right? And there's oxidative stress. So we've got to take care of those things through nutrition, natural supplementation, water, exercise. It's not just about, I've got to exercise to lose weight and look sexy and look good. There's so many other aspects that are so much more important that will obviously then bring on those two things that will come up naturally. And then people just, it's hard to get out of that mindset though, because of Instagram, because of Facebook, because of the way
we're pulled into this artificial world a lot of the times. And that's why I think it's so important that we're having this topic on social media, because people need to know, like, it's very easy to look at someone's profile and think, you make assumptions, basically. You can make assumptions on how their life up until it was publicized on social media. You can have an attitude that they were born that way, they were born with those genes, or they got it easy. But you need to hear about the little gritty work that gets done and the little things that we do day to day that compound into the end result of living our healthiest and fittest life. So I'm glad you touched on that.
And of course, people are looking for ease, right? In today's world, people are looking for fast results. They're looking for easy results. They're looking for things that can help them now, not later. So, doing the things that you can nutrition-wise that are easy, you're doing things physically-wise that are easy for some people, like going to a F45 class, going on a walking group that's a set time every single day, having a nutrition plan that's easy to follow, easy to get into your body, like the shakes that I have that have the probiotics and the 21 minerals and vitamins and stuff like that. Doing things that you want, but at the same time, do your own research and do what you want to do. So a lot of people
find things that are sustainable as well.
Find things that are sustainable and that work for you. So for some people, their bodies work with high fat, low carb. And then you get other people that work with high carb, low fat. So it's finding an energy source that your body agrees with.
And you're gonna discover that through exploring different things. So, and I think this leads to our next one. Where do people start when they're trying to improve their health and well-being? Like, what would you say is the best places to start?
I reckon, so obviously as a personal trainer, most people say, go see a personal trainer. I'm actually going to take a step back from that and say, no, don't actually start there. Start with actually sitting down, buying yourself a $2 book from Kmart and write out where you are right now and on the next page, write where you want to be.
So like a journal.
Yeah. Start a journal of where you want to be, where you
want
want
to check in with where you are.
Yeah.
And figure out what got you there to be able to change where you want to go.
Yeah. And then sometimes you will have to step outside of that comfort zone and find a gym, find a physiotherapist place or a doctor's place or a nutrition place that does in-body scans. So I do things like this every 6 weeks to see where I'm at with my body fat, where I'm at with my visceral fat, where I'm at with my muscle, water, all that kind of stuff. So you can see where you're at. And then just start with small steps. So a lot of people think they've got to go, I've got to join a gym now. I've got to
smash my body in 7 days.
Smash my body, get a back injury, and then I'm effed, and then I can blame the gym and go back to my old ways.
Yeah.
So start with small steps like the journal. Start with small steps like going for walks, changing what's in your cupboard. Start there and then progress forward with finding a gym partner, going on, have a walking buddy, and then personal trainer or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I'm very similar. I think you need to reflect on and take a moment to be analytical over what's got you to where you are, because if you don't know that, if you're not self-aware, you're not going to be able to move forward. But yeah, I'm so glad that you mentioned baby steps. And my key thing is, you don't have to make any grand gestures. You don't have to completely overhaul everything at the same time. You got to start with what you can do just a little bit each day, like maybe upping your water intake first, then cutting out like soft drinks and sugary drinks, or then swapping a coffee catch up to a walk around the river or a walk along the beach. Like there's so many little steps that you can take that are going to compound and create and set the foundation for a really long-term healthy life. So the next one, is there anything else you want to add on?
Yeah, I was going to say as well, like something else you could do as well, which is obviously not, I guess we said a lot of things just then, but something probably on the opposite side is doing a detox with your social media. So get rid of people out of your social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, that you feel bring you down emotionally and mentally. Okay, so unfollow
anyone that
people.
makes you feel less than.
Yeah, unfollow people, delete people, whatever you want to do. If you feel like you need to have that conversation with them and let them know what your goals are, where you're moving forward, and that you're using Facebook now for a particular reason and you're going to get rid of them and not follow them. You can do that as well. Do whatever you want to do. You don't need to let them know, but if you feel like you need to, let them know. And another thing that a lot of people do when they get to that level and choice of that, this is now what I'm really going to do, is let their family and their close ones know. Have
that conversation with your support network, whether they're on the journey with you or not. You need to have that conversation. Let people know why you're doing it. And by having that reflection time and writing it down on why you're doing what you do, it's going to really be that driving force when you have those hard conversations, or when you let your family know, or when temptation comes, or when you go back to old habits. That why is going to allow you to get back on the horse. So what are your top tips for living a long-term healthy life?
I reckon I think self-development is key.
Progress.
Okay, so if you took me back 6 years ago, I didn't read books, I didn't listen to podcasts, I didn't surround myself with people that were at a higher level than where I was mentally and physically. Think of all those sort of things. So I think that surrounding yourself with people that are going to lift you up, surrounding yourself with people that you feel are at a higher level than you,
or have what you want
physically, financially, or have what you want, or working towards what you want around you, then you will, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Will Smith, every single person out there says that. The 5 people you surround yourself with are the 5 people that you'll probably end up being like. So surround yourself with those sort of people. I think that's a huge key, your surroundings, but then also self-development. So do something every single day that you feel educates you or keeps you on track of where you want to be. So whether it's reading a book, whether it's having a coffee catch up with someone that you absolutely admire, whether it's
someone who inspires you,
meditations in the morning, whether it's just your food rituals, something that keeps you on track and that keeps you aligned, and it's something that you actually enjoy and makes you happy.
That was going to be my biggest tip, is so many people think that being healthy and fit is about, like you said, punishing yourself or depriving yourself, or doing it from a need of desperation. But I say do it because it's fun. Find what's fun, find what's yummy, and, pair it with health. So, you don't necessarily have to go slog it out in a gym. You can join a Les Mills class, a CrossFit class, a F45. You can do salsa dancing. Like, fitness is not just in this box of, sweating it out and whatnot. It could be horse riding, like tap dancing, I don't know, but I think the key to long-term health is enjoying the process. Do you feel like you're having less fun or missing out on anything living the lifestyle you do right now?
I feel if I didn't live the lifestyle that I lived now, fitness and health-wise, I wouldn't be this happy. I wouldn't be doing myself, but doing also the people around me. I won't be doing the right thing by them. Because, when I'm 80, 90, I want 120 with bionic arms and stuff in the future. I want to still be. I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to do the things I want to do. I want to live a life of quality. So. And then, as the Buddha says, like, our body is one. This is a temple. We live in a temple. So how do you want to treat that temple? How do you want people to walk into your temple and feel and see and smell and all those sort of, no, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how do you want people to feel when they're around you?
Yeah.
Your energy is key. And if you put things into your body that you know give you energy, and I've been saying this to my clients for the last 3-4 years as well, is when you look at food, so think like our body, right, is filled with electricity. Everything works off electricity, energy. Our brains, our body. Like,
sorry if this is getting a bit woo-woo, but
no, so,
you know.
no, it's true. So
It's
our
true.
body, so the electricity.
I can feel his energy.
Yeah, but you know how there's a current, right? And you get zapped sometimes when you're going down a slide, or when you rub your feet on carpet and you touch something. Our bodies conduct electricity. Our bodies can hold electricity. So when you look at food, food's very much the same. So the roots of plants, food, anything really. There's a lot of shit food out there, but live foods, real foods, living foods conduct a lot of that energy as well. So think that when you eat food, how much wattage is in that food?
Are you going to be igniting your spark or dulling it?
You want to be 100 watts, 100 watts of freaking energy, or you're going to eat a lot of garbage food, rubbish food, cardboard food, and walking around at 20, 30 watts, half empty, half tired, very emotional. So you just got to, make that choice of how you want to feel, which is king.
Yeah. I think it's like, I'm glad you've kind of woven everything in, because health isn't just about how you look. It's not about the number on the scale. It's not about the clothing size you are. It's not about the guns that you have and, the body fat percentage. It's so much more than that. And I'm so glad we've been able to talk about it here, because it's the mental, it's the physical, it's the emotional,
yes,
it's the energy, it's everything. And if you just got to find what motivates you and take those little steps each day, but enjoy the process and look at it as something that is going to be a lifestyle, not a quick fix. So I think that's pretty much all we wanted to touch on. Is there any last words from you?
No, just be gangster, keep it real. And you guys know where to find me on Instagram, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. If you've got questions for me or Mary, just know that. And everyone knows me, that you can send me a message. You can ask me anything at any time.
He's the most caring guy I've ever met.
I'm always happy to help someone. If I can help someone just move forward just this little much or make a change, that's what it's all about.
That's a huge ripple effect.
Yeah. My goal in life really is just to empower people, and how many people can be at my funeral when my day comes. And
when you're 120.
And when I'm 120, they can go, that guy, he was a good guy. He had good energy, didn't he? He was always very...
Jamie's clearly found what motivates him. So find what motivates you. Know that you can take baby steps each day. It's going to get you so much further. And we have loved sharing this all with you. And I hope you got some value. But that's us signing out. And drop a comment below if you got something out of it. Yeah, because Mary will get back to you, or I'll get back to you. And thanks, guys, for joining us. All right. See ya.